on here thinking that Game 1 of the Stanley Cup Finals were last night. It's Saturday morning at the time of this recording. It is June 3rd. This is your 10-minute sports report with me, your host, Captain Boring. I thought that Game 1 of the Stanley Cup Finals were last night, Friday night. And it wasn't. It was Saturday. So I only found that out as I was hitting record because I was planning on butchering some more hockey names along the way. So I'll just get you caught up with some other stories happening around the world of sports. And then, and then just kind of get you all set up. I guess I could catch you up on what's going on with the Pirates as well. So why don't we just go ahead and jump right in. Whoops. That's embarrassing. So, Game 1 of the Stanley Cup Finals is on tonight, 8 p.m. on TNT between the Florida Panthers and the Vegas Golden Knights. The Panthers, 8th seed, coming out from the East, beat the record-setting Boston Bruins, took care of the Toronto Maple Leafs, and then dispatched of the Carolina Hurricane. The Golden Knights played some team, and then played another team, and then played the Dallas Stars. So that's about how much I know about what's going on here. Should be a great series, though, from what I am reading. Should be very competitive. The edge is in Vegas' favor. They are favored tonight in Game 1. Not by much, but enough. And then they are favored in the series. So go ahead and check that out. I will have all the scores and update for you on a Monday edition of the 10-Minute Sports Report. I don't think I did I would have covered Game 1 of the NBA Finals for you, how Jokic had a triple-double. Game 2 isn't until Sunday, and this is one thing I hate about sports. I'm compiling a list for the 4th and 1 podcast, brand new episode out now. Go take a listen. Game 1 of the NBA's Finals Thursday night. The rest of the playoffs is every other game. You know when Game 2 is? Sunday night. Do not understand it. Do not understand it at all. So Sunday night, Game 2, NBA Finals, so that should be good. Jimmy Butler trying to will his Heat team. If he somehow beats the Nuggets, he would have beaten the Milwaukee Bucks, best team in record-wise NBA, Celtics, best record team in the NBA, and the Knicks, who, let's not give him too much credit for the Knicks. I'm pretty sure I could beat the Knicks, LOL. And then he would have beaten the third overall best record in the NBA, the Denver Nuggets, who has arguably the best player in the world right now. So it would be a godlike performance, but we'll see if he can get it done. So Game 2 Sunday of the NBA Finals, Game 1 Stanley Cup Finals tonight, Saturday. Let's jump on over to just some sports news. The Phoenix Suns, who got beat by the Denver Nuggets in the second round, then fired Monty Williams, who signed with the Pacers for a record-setting amount, is now finalizing a 5-year deal with Frank Vogel to make him the next head coach of the Phoenix Suns. The Suns offered Vogel the job Friday morning after nearing completion on a long-term deal that'll deliver him a chance to coach all NBA stars Devin Booker and Kevin Durant. Suns were Vogel comes. Let's start here. Vogel comes to the Suns with the 2020 NBA championship. It was the bubble, did not count. Of the head coach Los Angeles Lakers, LeBron James made him better. And he has a history of constructing elite defenses as long as the elite defenses does not have to go up against a generational talent. You see where I'm going with this? I sure hope everyone is. The Suns were engaged with talk with Nick Nurse among a group of finalists before eventually landing on Vogel, another championship coach. Nurse already accepted the Sixers job. Matt Ishaba, the general manager, James Jones, and CEO Josh Bartelstein were among the principals who worked through the deal with Vogel. So they get a defensive-minded coach with two of the elite offensive players. I guess they're just going to let the defense or let the offense figure itself out with two elite offensive players and go from there. The Big 12 is in talks, too, of conference expansion. It was just talks. They met kind of over this last week. The conference did itself. They have a plan when it comes to expansion. While league leaders are satisfied with their current membership, they continue to explore, quote, all options and considerations at this point in time. The big thing that the Big 12 is zeroing in on is, quote, we do see an upside in basketball moving forward for all the right reasons. Yordmark, who is one of the principal members, he's actually the Big 12 commissioner, Brett Yordmark. We do see the upside in basketball moving forward for all the right reasons. We think it's undervalued, and there's a chance for us to double down as the number one basketball conference in America, but football is the driver. We all know that. So the Big 12 knows it's losing out on the football side, college football side, as USC and UCLA are headed to the Big 10, and the Big 12 is actually losing Texas and Oklahoma to the SEC. So they want to double down on the basketball side and try to probably pull some more basketball schools, maybe a big timer like Gonzaga or a kind of a big name like that that's in a smaller conference now, but in basketball could really thrive and lift up that conference. Churchill Downs has suspended its current thoroughbred meet at the conclusion of Sunday's cards to examine safety measures after 12 equine fatalities this past month. The track company, the parent track company, Churchill Down Incorporated, announced Friday. The meet was originally scheduled to run through July 3rd at Louisville, Kentucky racetrack, and will resume June 10th now at Ellis Park in Henderson, Kentucky, about 2 hours away. The company said it plans to conduct a full, quote, top to bottom review of all safety and surface protocols and integrity measures in collaboration and consultation with nationwide experts. This move comes in the wake of intense scrutiny aimed at the track after 12 horses died from April 27th to May 27th, beginning with a Kentucky Derby contender, Wild on Ice. Timeout. First of all, horse names can be dumb, but there can be some awesome horse names. So let's just take that into consideration right here. That should be the major takeaway of this story. Who broke down in an April 27th workout and then later died. The most recent fatality occurred May 26th and May 27th when Kimberly Dream, awesome, and Lost in Limbo, awesome, were euthanized because of injuries that occurred during races that weekend. So one of the major, if not the most well-known horse racetrack, equine racetrack, I guess, is suspending all races at the facility. That is big-time news that will probably only be reported here, 10-Minute Sports Report. And finally, the Pittsburgh Pirates are hot. They have won 3 straight. They beat the Giants 2-1. They beat the Giants 9-4. That's where I last left off. Then they beat the Cardinals yesterday 7-5. Ke'Bryan Hayes hit a go-ahead 3-run homer in the 7th to lift the Pirates past the Cardinals 7-5. They play the Cardinals again today at 4 p.m. They are on a 3-game win streak. They are 2 games over 500. They are a half game back of the Milwaukee Brewers for the NL Central lead. And let's check on wild card. They would currently make the wild card as a playoff team. So the lowest level payroll team in all of sports, or in all of Major League Baseball, would make the playoffs, which is awesome to hear. That's all I got for you on this rendition of the 10-Minute Sports Report. It is Saturday, June 3rd. Thank you everyone so much for listening. Don't forget to like, comment, and share with your family and friends, as it is only 10 minutes long. I will be back Monday for an all-new rendition of the 10-Minute Sports Report. Thank you, everyone, so much for listening. Wash your hands, you filthy animals. God bless you all, and peace out.